Well, good day, everyone. I just wanted to reply to Ken's video. Thank you very much for mentioning me and answering my question. That brought me to reply with a video from myself, and just want to talk a little bit more about field trials and some of the things that I've discovered. May not be 100%, correct or what everybody wants to use, but these are just some of the things that are possible. So, I want to expand on the use of data for on-farm field trials and how this can give some insight into some of the tools that exist and how to enhance some of these projects. So planning trials ahead of time using tools to ensure these areas are accurately represent the variability in the field is important. Trials can be skewed depending on where they're carried out in the field. So these factors can affect the outcome. So what we're looking at now is, something called Verify, which is PCT Ag Cloud. And, planning ahead, it ensures that everything's accurately represented. So um, yield is one way to judge a trial. Using different products, rates, varieties can have different costs, so profitability can also be represented in field trial analysis. So, using spatial tools when planning is important, and sometimes it gives you some insight into where to put the trials and why. So, total yield from weight from test strips can be skewed if there's other soil factors that affect the outcome. So many variations are possible, different rates, different products, varieties. Organizing and analyzing this data can be cumbersome. So Ken had mentioned the John Deere ecosystem. And so I'm just going to quickly show you two tools that both integrate with the John Deere system. So, and that's Verify and Geopard Agriculture. So in this case, you can create trial templates ahead of time. Right now, I'm looking at an EC map, looking at different strips and what the soil is like in those areas. So you can adjust, different size blocks, however many different products, place them wherever you want, place them in numerous areas in the field. So the really cool part about this, though, is you can send these files directly to these platforms, so then what you can do is they show up in your John Deere account, and then you can create a prescription file that that is made from those templates. So this is especially important from a field operations point of view and makes things easier on the operator when in the field with 100 different things going on. So just a better chance of success. So these are some very powerful software platforms that have the ability to create the layers, including satellite imagery, and send it to John Deere. So this is useful because a third-party person such as myself can do some of the back-end work using these fully featured programs and then send the result to a user-friendly system like JD Ops to view and gain some insights. So, soil samples, EC maps, all this can be sent to your John Deere account from these programs to create variable rate or just to look at. And the data also flows both ways. So then you take the yield data or application data from John Deere, and it comes automatically into these so you can analyze it on the back end. So, Climate Field View is very good at collecting data, but lacks some tools to properly analyze. So, the fact that Climate is brand agnostic makes it easy to import these into other platforms. I've worked with a few people that have over 10 years of data in Climate View and that can be brought into these systems and be used. So, this is what come into John Deere from Verify. We can look at soil sampling. We can look at numerous different layers. We can look at NDVI maps. This is actually a map from our Augmenta system. Those can all end up here. And then Geopard agriculture is also excellent. It's you're only limited by your imagination, and you can write custom formulas. You can do a lot of different things that I won't get into. But right now we're looking at a 3D elevation map, which also obviously plays into, field trial selection and some of the outcomes. So, and also lately I've been using AI a lot to create reports and bringing together as much data as possible to create a more complete view: weather, soil sampling, yield, seeding varieties, dates, chemicals, fertilizers. It all plays a factor. So these are just a few of the things that I do, and just wanted to reply and throw this out there into the universe and see, what people think, and just show what's possible. And when we're doing on-farm trials, which is the best thing you can do on your farm, there are ways to make it easier and to add some validity and some value to what you're doing. So, just want to say thank you very much, Ken, for what you're doing, and hope this is helpful, and you know, I can make more videos getting into some of this other stuff, but this is what I do and I love it. And you know, everybody, happy Sunday, and once again, Ken, thank you. All right, have a great day.